Hey coin lovers! Welcome to the Worth Old Coins channel, your place to discover the hidden value and rare facts about old coins. In today's video we're revealing the top 2 valuable coins, and one of them might just be in your collection. So don't skip this video, let's find out their real worth. Top 1. The 1987 P. Washington quarter is a circulating 25-cent coin from the United States struck at the Philadelphia Mint and bearing the P. Mint mark IT is part of the long-running Washington Quarter series first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1987, the design had already been in use for over 5 decades, making it a well-established and familiar coin to the American public. Unlike certain earlier years where mintages were split between multiple facilities, the Philadelphia Mint produced a substantial number of quarters in 1987, ensuring widespread distribution for commerce. Silver versions were struck for general circulation. All circulating quarters of this era were made from a copper, nickel-clad composition. The obverse, front, of the coin features the left-facing bust of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932. The portrait is based on a 1786 bust of Washington sculpted by Jean-Antoine Houdon, widely regarded as one of the most accurate likenesses of the first U.S. president. Surrounding the portrait at the top is the inscription Liberty, while the motto, "In God We Trust," appears to the left, and the date, 1987, is located directly beneath Washington's neck. The small letter P, denoting the Philadelphia Mint, is placed to the right of the ribbon at the base of Washington's ponytail. By the mid-1980s, the P. Mint mark was standard for Philadelphia-struck quarters, a practice that began in 1980. The reverse, back, design, unchanged from its debut in 1932, depicts a bald eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength and readiness to defend the nation. Below the arrows are 2 olive branches representing peace. The inscriptions, United States of America, and E Pluribus Unum, out of many one, are positioned above the eagle, while the denomination, quarter dollar, is placed along the lower rim. This classic heraldic eagle motif remained in use until 1998, when it was replaced by the 50-state quarters program. The 1987 P. Washington quarter was struck in a copper nickel-clad composition, outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge with 119 reeds. This composition was introduced in 1965 to replace the 90% silver alloy previously used in quarters. Following rising silver prices, the Philadelphia Mint produced approximately 688,148,754 quarters in 1987, making it a high mintage year. Due to this large production, the coin remains common today, especially in circulated condition. From a collector's standpoint, the 1987 P quarter has little numismatic premium in circulated grades, typically trading for face value. However, uncirculated examples with sharp strikes, full mint luster, and minimal contact marks can be worth between $1 and $5 depending on quality. Coins graded MS-65 or higher by professional grading services may sell for $20 to $30, with exceptional gem quality pieces bringing even higher prices. Errors and varieties such as doubled dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes can significantly increase value, but such errors are relatively rare for this year. Proof quarters of 1987 were struck only at the San Francisco Mint and bear the S mint mark. They should not be confused with the 1987 P circulation strike. Historically, the 1987 P quarter sits at the tail end of the pre-statehood era of Washington quarters, before the major design changes of the late 1990s. It reflects a period when the U.S. Mint was focused on high-volume, consistent production rather than artistic experimentation. For everyday Americans in 1987, this quarter was simply a workhorse coin used in vending machines, payphones, and parking meters across the nation. For today's collectors, it is a common but still nostalgic piece of late 20th century U.S. coinage, representing an era just before the explosion of interest brought by the state quarters program. Top 2. The 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar is a historically significant U.S. coin struck at the Denver Mint in the final year of the Eisenhower dollar series, which ran from 1971 through 1978. It bears the D mint mark located just above the date on the obverse, identifying it as a Denver struck issue. The Eisenhower dollar was the last large-sized dollar coin produced for circulation in the United States, with a diameter of 38.1 millimeters and a weight of 22.68 grams, making it noticeably larger and heavier than modern U.S. dollar coins. The series honors Dwight D. Eisenhower, the 34th President of the United States, as well as the Apollo 11 moon landing of 1969, 2 major achievements in American history. But why 1978 public circulation of these coins was limited due to their size and inconvenience, but they remained popular with collectors. The obverse design created by Frank Gasparo features a left-facing bust of President Dwight D. Eisenhower. His portrait is presented in a clean, bold engraving that conveys his strength and leadership, reflecting his dual legacy as Supreme Allied Commander during World War II and as a two-term president from 1953 to 1961. The word "Liberty" arcs across the top rim of the coin, while the motto "In God We Trust" is inscribed to the left of Eisenhower's neck. The date, 1978, sits along the lower edge, with the D mint mark positioned just above it, slightly right of center. The detailed portrait, combined with simple yet dignified inscriptions, gives the coin an authoritative appearance. The reverse design is also the work of Frank Gasparo and is based on the official mission patch of Apollo 11, the first manned lunar landing. It depicts a majestic American bald eagle descending toward the surface of the moon, clutching an olive branch in its talons as a symbol of peace. The lunar surface beneath the eagle is rendered with crater details, while the Earth appears in the distant background. Above the eagle's head, surrounding the design, are the inscriptions United States of America and E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one, with the denomination $1 at the bottom. This imagery combines national pride, space exploration, and the peaceful aspirations of the Apollo program in a single emblematic scene. The 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar was struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, with outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It features a reeded edge with 198 tiny grooves, a detail that both discourages counterfeiting and adds a tactile element to the coin's design. The copper nickel-clad construction had been standard for all circulation strike Eisenhower dollars since 1971, except for certain silver-clad collector editions produced at the San Francisco Mint. In terms of production, the Denver Mint struck 33,012,890 examples of the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar, making it a common issue in circulated grades. In worn condition, it generally trades at face value, but higher-grade uncirculated examples hold more collector interest. Coins graded MS 65 can fetch $75 to $180, while exceptional specimens with strong strikes, full luster, and minimal contact marks can command higher prices, especially among registry set collectors. Denver Mint issues from this year are known for decent strike quality, but careful selection is still important for those seeking top-tier examples. Historically, the 1978 D. Eisenhower dollar represents the end of an era in U.S. coinage. It was the last large-sized dollar coin produced for circulation, as the mint shifted in 1979 to the smaller and lighter Susan B. Anthony dollar, which was more practical for everyday transactions. Although the Eisenhower dollar was not widely used in commerce, it remains a favorite among numismatists for its bold designs, historical themes, and connection to both presidential history and space exploration. The 1978 D in particular is remembered as the Denver Mint's farewell issue for the Eisenhower series, making it a must-have for anyone completing a full date and mint mark set. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.